Right, this video is just about false flags, psyops, and hoaxes. Now, they're all pretty similar, but oftentimes I've actually used this word wrong. I've used false flag. But the reality of most of these terrorist attacks you see in the UK, they're actually psyops. They're completely staged events. None of them are real. So you always get the same thing. You get the attack, which makes no sense whatsoever. Usually, like in this case here, this is from the uh, Manchester bombing, the Ariana Grande concert. It's weird, isn't it? Like this one's Ariana Grande, and the other one's got Taylor Swift all over it. These two ladies are Masons. They often pose with Masonic gestures. They're part of the occult. But anyway, this one here, there's always the same thing. This attack doesn't really make any sense. It's always a random explosion somewhere, and a lot of the times, like in America, a lot of these shootings or these bombings, they always involve children. And the reason why they involve children is because it gets people emotional. And when people get into an emotional state, they don't question things. They will blindly believe anything. It's like that Trump shooting that happened recently. What happened with that Trump shooting? Well, simple. It was absolutely absurd. Most people thought it was absurd. But then they made up this fake victim, and all of a sudden people started to believe it, just because they became emotionally blind. Oh my god, some poor person's been killed. It must have been real. They don't know this guy. The guy's a fake. Get a random person, a random Mason, give him a fake name, a fake backstory, and you've got yourself a fake victim. And this is what happens all the time. If you ever watch this interview here, not a single tear from any of them. Not a real tear. This guy, the man there, the bald head, he wipes his dry eyes like 2 or 3 times, but there is no tears there. You can clearly see. I suppose it's going to be very hard to cry when you've got millions of pounds being put into your bank account. He's also wearing black and white, which I won't get into, all this Masonic stuff. And it's on a stage as well. This was 24 hours after the attack. And they put some speakers there. They were so certain she was going to go out, they set up a fucking stage. Yeah, what a load of shit. So we're going to go through it again. This is another one. I could put thousands of pictures on here, but I'm just going to choose 3 for this video. 3 or 4 for this video. This one here was absolutely ridiculous. Yeah, I was apparently shot in the leg. You've probably seen this in my recent video. And he was shot in the leg by an AK-47, which is a very large caliber round. And he's been hit right in the thigh, where there's lots of blood vessels and veins. You could do a lot of damage there to tissue. And this guy's talking crap. He's like, "Oh, if I see that shooter again, I'm gonna beat his ass," and all that rubbish. The guy sat up giving a really energetic performance. Which, if you were shot in the leg like that, no, your blood pressure will drop straight away. You're not going to be able to do anything besides groan in pain. And speaking of bandaging and things, look at that tinsel on the leg. It is a joke. But again, most people believe this because of these alleged or these fake victims. They think, oh, it must be real. Some people have died. But nobody's died. It's all fake. They're all fake victims, fake faces, fake names, fake backstories, and you get fake family statements in your papers, and it's easily to trick people that way. But look at that. I'm just looking at that tinsel now. It's can't my eyes off it. My God, how stupid is that? It really is. That is not going to stop any bleeding from a leg. You've seen tinsel, haven't you, before on your Christmas tree? Bloody hell. You need a bandage. You need definitely some cloth on there and a belt at least. And it's just this one here. This is another one. This is the Robbie Parker interview. Right, this is probably the most censored video on the internet. I cannot find this video without any of the captions or these numerology or whatever it is at the bottom. Um, I'm guessing there is some on other platforms, which I'll have to look into, but I do have some copies of this video as well around, which I will keep uploading if they do take it down. But what happened here was this is during the Sandy Hook hoax in America. This psyop again involved children, getting people into an emotional state and then trying to get them to ban guns. So this guy, reason why this video is censored, right? This footage here was live. The guy didn't realise. So this is 9 hours after his daughter had been killed, apparently. So they build a stage outside the hospital and he comes out to go and give a speech. Him and the people with him do not realise that the camera is actually rolling. Oh no. So the camera is rolling and he comes out and he's laughing and joking with his friends. and he's still smiling when he gets to the bloody podium. And eventually he closes his eyes. Oh, well, he's still laughing now, but eventually what happens is he closes his eyes and starts getting into character. And then when he gets into character, he looks and goes, "My name's Robbie Parker, and today I just lost my..." And then he basically starts acting. But if you type in the Robbie Parker interview now, you're only going to see from the moment he started acting. You don't see what happens before while he's walking up to the podium. And if anyone uploads that, as soon as he gets any traction, like as soon as it starts to get loads and loads of views, it gets deleted. Oh, here's another one as well. This is from this was I think it was some sort of Masonic date. I think it was the 22nd of the 3rd. It was I don't know if it was 2017, maybe the year before. But remember there was one attack on one year. I think it was like 2016, which happened on the 22nd of the 3rd, which is a very popular number for the Skull and Bones Masonic Society. And then exactly a year later, another one happened on the 22nd of the 3rd, and that was like a London Bridge attack or something, where a car allegedly drove through people. So, things about this image here, it's just, most people see this, it's good for the papers. Yeah, people in the papers, they'll see this, they'll be in their emotional state, and they won't question anything. Like, they won't question, why is a politician doing CPR when the paramedics just sat at the side? There's two paramedics there, there's a police officer there, and there's a politician right in the centre getting his photo. Then you've got another officer in the background who looks like he's stepped inside a manhole cover. But people don't question the ridiculousness of this. Like, I've looked into this guy's background. He has no medical training at all. He has first aid training. That was it. He does not have the experience of these paramedics. He would not be doing the CPR, but it looks very good for the photos. And this is what these hoaxes are for. These psyops. That's what they are. They're just tricks. They're just fake stories. And obviously they want heroes, and this guy is apparently a hero. One of your state propagandists, one of your oppressors. He's a hero, is he? Basically, state propaganda, they can do anything. They can make good people seem evil, or evil people seem good. And also what they can do other things as well. They can say, when you've got a story rolling, they can distort the information in many ways, create many different, divide people in such many ways. Like, you got like the protests now you're seeing. You see like some people rioting, then you got people counter-rioting, then you got other groups get involved. That's what they want. They want this chaos. They want this unrest. And then a lot of people, every time, like, I always tell people not to watch state propaganda, but most people, especially people that are over like 40, 50, 10 o'clock every night, they're watching the BBC News, getting their propaganda sermon. And these propaganda sermons, they can make you love who, basically, they make them love who they want you to love. They make you hate who they want you to hate. But you never have a free thinking thought of your own. You just kind of blindly go with everything they tell you. All this biased information, propaganda. Most people, they're so involved, like they're so caught up in this trap, they'll never get out of it. So I've got I put some definitions on here just to help people out. My mistake when I was using false flag. False flag is actually like the definition here. So I was using it a bit wrong. I usually use psyop, but there's a lot of censorship around that word, so you kind of have to type it in full. Psychological operation, but I normally you normally get censored either way now with this. You know what YouTube's like now. It's like 1984. So you got this one here, the hoax here, staged. That's what these attacks are. This clown show. This is another one. This is from like spy poisoning in Salisbury. Ugh. Anyway, so I just want to educate you now. What all these things are. So thanks for watching.